ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. The Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mars. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
The run inside. It's Mars. There's some room.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll try it again. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Bishop. Nice move to pick up yardage. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's just kind of the people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Bishop. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Lets it fly. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got enough for the first. At the 20, he's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
As an offense, you've got to know at this part of the field, deep in your own end, you've got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, here's Baxter. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Running inside, it's Bishop. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
On the run, it's Barnes. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds us back in the middle. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Off the play fake on first down. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got some room, it was over.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Go, go, go. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll go right back to him. Here's a little room there. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Gordon.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
There's a crease. Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Baxter. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Kentucky right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. The sure hands. It's Skinner. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. He goes right back to the air. Oh, they're after him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. fired. On the last play, they'll go back to the air. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. Open spaces. Touchdown ball. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Baxter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. This quarterback, part of their running game. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you...
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Second down, he'll throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. That was not a great throw. I'd even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He fires one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Vols will hustle to the line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Davis. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bishop. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points. His 3rd touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. He'll bring it out. It's Baxter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. He'll set up to throw. Lofts one high and deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit, they were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Interesting 1st half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Georgia coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Nice move to keep running. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out.
Makes a grab and room to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. Makes it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. Man, is he having a day for the Big Orange, already over 150 yards.
Yeah, and showing you a little bit of everything, Reese. I mean, he can break tackles. He can make you miss. He's doing it all for this offense, and I would continue to feed him, and I guarantee you the Orange fans are going nuts.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Makes one man miss. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert for 2nd and short.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
wide open spaces. The 20. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Off play action. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll give it to Baxter. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it.
Got a little grass. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
First First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gordon. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Out of the gun to give to the back. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. It's complete to the right. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Running inside, it's Bishop. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. That one comes out hot down the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on second down. Completes it in the middle. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Quickly to the tight end. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's second and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Kentucky going quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the field. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them... make a big play. Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. The run inside. It's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense can get a stop?
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. That'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll have it in plus territory at the 45. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're good.
There he goes! Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
And the Volunteers enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, and you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
When I'm in a tight game and it's a one-possession game, I do not want to put my defense on the field. You could tell the offense didn't. Great job executing the third down, getting the first down, and now we're just going to play the tick-tick-tick game.
And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And holy cow, that should do it. And you talk about upsets, man. This is one of the best ones we've seen in a while. Like, nobody gave this team a chance. Nobody thought this QB could carry him. Nobody thought they could score enough points. Palmer, this is massive. This is like Appalachian State, Michigan. This is one of the best upsets we've seen in college football.
And what a statement by the quarterback, too, to come into this kind of environment against this opponent and play as well as he did. The most impressive thing to me, I think, was just his poise and all this. A lot of people will say, yeah, he was playing with house money, nothing to lose, but he played with extreme confidence, made the plays they needed to make. Now, if you're this team, you have got to build on this momentum. What an impressive upset win.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College.